Yo, I just gotta hit it one time. Let's go. Better hit the gas for a minute, no cap, no limit. I attack till I finish, I attract, and I get it. Got my cash all liquid, never pass my limit. Too fast when I'm spitting, read it back, now they get it on. Flipping that switch as I'm hitting these bars like a gift. I spit like I'm slipping gold bars to these kids, no kidding. I've been winning this and getting my best life dinner while I'm hitting on a mission. Ooh, spicy, I know they like me, but I got a wifey. She be real nice to me, no one works like me. Got a different mindset, my rate is pricey. Got a different psyche, ooh, lyrics are icy. Living life nicely, very precisely. Living divinely, manifest wisely. All I know is that I've been living for the sightseeing. Been around the world for a visit, first class ticket. Man, I'm in it, man, I'm winning. I don't have no limit. If I want it, then I get it. If you want it, then you get it. I ain't never done finished, I'm a giver. I've been giving first place. I've been winning 6 shots, it's spinning, but I still keep ripping and I still keep hitting 2 ways. I'm splitting all in, I'm risking it all. Yeah, I don't ever fall. Yeah, but if I do, I can't back up, stand tall. Yeah, I want it all. Yeah, a good life, I don't think small. Yeah, I'ma be big one day. See me taking off runway, my name up in lights someday. Looking at a crowd that loves me. Yeah, I came here to play. I'm lucid, I'm not losing.
Hey, what's up, guys? When we hear the name Christ Church, we instantly think of Doug Wilson and the Christ Church cult that's all up in Moscow, where they own a bunch of businesses, and they were arrested, quite a few of them, back during COVID for protesting mask mandates and everything else. And how we also know about Doug Wilson is from No Quarter November, the video that he put out last year, which is more than likely he's going to put out another one this year. And as a matter of fact, the flamethrower that he used in No Quarter November last year, he now has on sale on his website for $1,900. So now anybody who believes in No Quarter November can go to his website and purchase a flamethrower. Last year, it started with a flamethrower. At the start of November, 70-year-old Moscow, Idaho evangelical Christian pastor Douglas Wilson was featured in a video promoting this last year's No Quarter November. Wilson's annual month-long offensive against enemies of his ministry and his views, pursued mostly through the publication of sharply worded blog posts aimed at ruffling extra feathers. In that promo video, Wilson appears carving a Thanksgiving turkey while promising ways to apocalypse-proof your family. He touts half a century of cultural war and cultural building. He warns against being a wuss. A red alert alarm sounds, promoting Wilson to head to the outdoors and strap on a flamethrower to spray flames at cutouts of social media logos and Disney characters. As flames consume the feminine silhouettes of Ariel and Elsa, the viewer might conclude this guy was a winner of the culture wars and a nut job. Like-minded fellow winners could buy a branded No Quarter November flag from Wilson's website for $59, or a No Quarter November flamethrower for $1,943, as Wilson was claimed preachers are to be arsonists in the world. Gee. Sounds like this guy's a nut job. There seems to be no harm in making money while doing it. Each autumn since 2018, Wilson has celebrated No Quarter November, and capitalizing on the added traffic to his websites, offered discounts for his books and other content. Fire is a consistent theme in years past. Wilson has been featured in No Quarter November promo videos, sitting atop a burning couch, driving a burning pickup truck, torching an office, and setting a boat aflame was a Molotov cocktail. While sitting in that boat and dangling his feet over the water, all while calmly puffing a cigar and promising he'll try it like it is in the world. Oh, he'll tell it like it is in a world that has become flammable. In his 2021 ad, he bemoaned that everything catches fire these days. All you have to do is say something like white babies or men shouldn't have sex with unstable women. Things that would have passed without comment in a saner time. He claims not to be incendiary, but ordinary. Through living a flammable through living in a flammable time. Despite these annual antics, there are still plenty of people who have until now been unaware of Douglas Wilson, and many others who get drawn in due to the classical Christian education patriarchy that appears to perpetuate abuse, it encourages corporal punishment of children, and perceived Christian roots, which also is in Wilson's mindset, and he believes ought to return. This November, Wilson's month-long antagonistic blog post, usually printed in later in anthologies, sold for $6.95, did not invoke his anticipated fear or and trembling. Wilson watchers and critics, some days online, it feels like Wilson's annual firestorm might have finally reached a critical mass of outside observers and threatened to consume him instead. Well, gee, I kind of hope so. This dude's he's a wackadoo. He really is. He's a wackadoo. Mid-month, two skirmishes on X, formerly Twitter, and a place where many Christians still gather, sidetracked Wilson's first Christian writer, Karen Swallow Prior, found herself in a discussion about the supposedly misleading nature of empathy, a concern of Wilson and his theological kin, such as Joe Rigney, now a fellow at New St. Andrews, a small college in Moscow that was founded by Wilson in 1994. The conversation turned to the danger of using empathy to evaluate abuse claims. Now, this is coming from the same guy, ladies and gentlemen, who wed a registered sex offender to this woman, and the registered sex offender was somebody from his church that had molested 25 plus girls and young girls at a Christian school that Douglas Wilson owns. And after this gentleman married and had a daughter, the same gentleman said that he's starting to feel like he can't be alone with his infant daughter because he's starting to fantasize about her. Mind you, this child was 6 months old at the time, and Douglas Wilson still corroborated for the guy. even though he was having sexual fantasies about his 6-month-old daughter, and was ordered to stay away from the mother and the daughter. But Douglas Wilson said that since the baby is this gentleman's, they need to stay together and they need to live under the same roof, because it's blasphemy and adultery if this woman decides to divorce the gentleman over his crimes and his fantasies. The conversation turned to the danger of using empathy to evaluate abuse claims. To Prior, Rigney cited in 2023 No Quarter November post by Wilson about untethered empathy, in which Wilson told the story of a hypothetical 12-year-old girl claiming to have been raped by her stepfather. In Wilson's made up example, the accusation is false, but unquestioning empathy would allow the girl to do whatever she wants to do with anyone else, including the baby, chop it up into little bitty pieces. The danger of untethered empathy to Rigney and Wilson is a loss of objectivity, where a victim can require all these allegiances can become like God. This is, they say, is a sin. Can I just say Douglas Wilson is a walking sin? Can I say that? Well, I did, and it's the truth. Pryor, who is herself anti-abortion but supports increasing access to child care and offering material assistance to pregnant women, and is an advocate for victims of abuse, responded to the fictional example with a video she recently received since Rigney, who had pointed out to Wilson, writing on a hypothetical false rape accusation. I took the opportunity to ask him what he thought about this true story in this video Pryor told me. The video featured Emily Page Dye, a 2015 alumni of Logos, the K-12 school Wilson co-founded in Moscow. Dye described being groomed through attention and inappropriate touching by a Logos teacher, then an elder at Wilson's Christ Church. Dye has written about how naive she was at the time, because I believed everything purity culture taught me. I knew basically nothing about sex. I hadn't even Googled my questions about my body, fearing that I would stumble onto porn or instantly damn myself to hell. Wow. According to Dye, a school secretary was concerned by the teacher's behavior, guys, with her, and in 2014 reported it to the school's leaders, who, Dye notes, did not escalate the situation to the police at the time. Administrators did see fit to dismiss the teacher from Logos in December 2014, but Dye said the teacher's behavior escalated even as Dye moved away from for college. She eventually left the church and cut off all contact with the teacher. It seems like we need to cut off all contact with Christ Church and Doug Wilson. On X, Wilson turned himself, chimed in. On X, Wilson himself chimed in on this discussion about Dye's allegations, asserting We are the ones who called the cops immediately. In fact, the police report is dated 2017. Then he manipulated and abused by her teacher, was responsible for this cover up sparked by a predictable wave of moral outrage. So he's blaming the victim in this rape that she covered it up. Di told me via email throughout the entire experience that the Wilsons have dehumanized and attacked me for the crime of being a victim of abuse. They accused me, a 17-year-old who didn't even know what a vagina was, of seducing my 53-year-old teacher, offered a chance to comment before the publication. Wilson did not respond before deadline. After publication, a representative for the Wilson family denied that the family has attacked, Di, or attempted to hide abuse. Through the representatives, Wilson said that he was not aware that the student teacher relationship was physical until 2017 when he reported it. Do we even believe Douglas Wilson? Do we? Isn't he a perpetual liar? Can anyone tell me? Isn't he a perpetual liar? I have been covering the Wilson since 2021 when I first learned about how the pastor's theology around women's submission had horrific, if predictable, impacts on women in his church and church plants, new churches that are offshoots of the original. And guys, I will say this. Yeah, there are two offshoots of Christ Church now in my hometown. I drove by one uh, a couple of weeks ago, took a picture of it, sent it to a friend of mine in Discord, and yeah. So, are we going to have more Christ Church pop up? Because there's the one I took the picture of. They just opened another one last week, not very far from my house. For advice, I detailed a range of cases reported out of Moscow, either from even from women raised in Christ Church, affected by the Wilsons' teachings about male-female relationships. The people who spoke to me included women who understood a wifely duty of sexual availability, meant that I could not refuse their husbands, girls touched inappropriately at logos, students whom the Wilsons asked intrusive questions about their sexual activity, and one girl coached in counseling by the Wilsons to forgive her father for inappropriately touching her and washing her shower in my recent book. Oh my God. Well, this dude's a sick piece of work watching his daughter take a shower. That's sick, guys. Obedient women, I explored this culture where women who are taught that insects, as Wilson White writes in his 1999 book, Fidelity, a man penetrates, conquers, colonizes plants, a woman receives, surrenders, and accepts. Authority and submission are, in his view, an erotic necessity I tried to understand how Wilson's drive for Christian nationalism, political dominion, overlaps his urge towards a Christian patriarchy in any relational domain. Oh my God. Doug Wilson. I knew I couldn't trust this guy from day one when I saw him. And his little No Quarter November video. In reporting for both projects, I learned how frightened former Christchurch members feel about speaking out, drawing Wilson's ire. That's why the pushback to Wilson's during this year's No Quarter November surprised me. Yes, they do have one planned this year in 2024. Like always, guys, this is going to be a 2-part series. I'm going to finish the second part tomorrow. Like always, guys, like, comment, subscribe to my channel, share my channel, hit that bell notification for any new uploads. I'm possibly going live Sunday night. You know, I don't know yet, but it is possible. So keep tuned to my community page for the announcement. You guys have a very good night/morning, and have a good weekend. Happy Labor Day, guys. This is Robert with True Crime Podcast, and I'm out.
Yo, I just gotta hit it one time. Let's go. About to hit the gas for a minute, no cap, no limit. I attack till I finish, I attract, and I get it. Got my cash all liquid, never pass my limit. Too fast when I'm spitting, read it back, now they get it on. Flipping that switch as I'm hitting these bars like a gift. I spit like I'm sipping gold bars. And these kids, no kidding, I've been winning this and getting my best life dinner while I'm hitting on a mission. Ooh, spicy, I know they like me, but I got a wifey. She be real nice to me, no one works like me. Got a different mindset, my rate is pricey. Got a different psyche, ooh, lyrics are icy. Living life nicely, very precisely. Living divinely, manifest wisely. All I know is that I've been living for the sightseeing. Been around the world for a visit, first class ticket. Man, I'm in it, man, I'm winning. I don't have no limit. If I want it, then I get it. If she want it, then she get it. I ain't never done finished, I'm a giver. I've been giving first place. I've been winning 6 shots, head spinning, but I still keep ripping and I still keep hitting 2 ways. I'm splitting all in, I'm risking it all. Yeah, I don't ever fall. Yeah, but if I do, I can't back up, stand tall. Yeah, I want it all. Yeah, a good life, I don't think small. Yeah, I'ma be big one day. See me taking off runway, my name up in lights someday. Looking at a crowd that loves me. Yeah, I came here to play.
I'm lucid, I'm not losing. This life is one I'm choosing. I don't stop, I keep moving. Just watch me as I prove it. Oh, I'm telling you